take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
65. Hey, check, Mike 21.
From the shotgun, Wilson. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 21. I got one. Hey, check.
Now it's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Point it right. Target. 26 Mike.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Mayfield down.
I'm coming after you.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Maxwell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. He finds some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play that time by the Jets. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really
got a man. It's Johnson, end zone. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Check pass, check pass. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Your track, your track.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Check Mike 21. Don't let him breathe.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Mike 40.
Play action. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, nice move. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got this one completed to Mims. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Funchess has it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. It's complete. Dan Arnold, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Run. Don't get nervous. 26, my God.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here comes Berrios. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson. Again, he finds more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. After the interception, here's Wilson. That is caught by Mims. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just
a handoff for Carter. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how we're going to slow these guys down.
So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Fuller run show Fatukasi. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
26. Alert, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Escapes the defender. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Wilson to throw. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Watch the curl.
Mayfield looks to throw. Trucks over him. He gets it complete to Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
I'm coming.
1st down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field. Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. is. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Warsaw's good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Wilson. Flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's going to look deep for more. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 55 yards. And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's
all you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
You ain't doing nothing.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Right side, Claypool's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Stay with your man.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Delano Hill. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll run again with Harris. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll look to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Play action. Now Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Carter. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And CD, congratulations are in order because he just passed Barry Sanders and moved into 3rd place all-time on the NFL rushing list.
And just think of what that gives him in terms of cachet, in terms of respect, because many people think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back that's ever played. Now, on the all-time rushing list, 3rd, ahead of him now, how about this? Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith.
That's pretty good company, folks. They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chase Young able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll run with Carter. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Rosas to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for